CUNFON sent me this electric scooter to review. I've never heard of CUNFON, but they've sent me this awesome scooter, so let's check it out. We're gonna do a quick unboxing, and then I'm gonna take it for a scooter around the block and give a full review of the CUNFON. Let's get started. On top, we've got a user manual for the RZ800 and box with a charging brick, the nice logo on there. And it is a 2 amp hour charging brick. I'll stuff that wire down inside the stem. Looks pretty good. So inside there look to be 4 different reflectors with peel and stick, so I'm going to put those on. I'm going to read through the user manual and blow up the tires. And it looks like I'm going to have to put 4 bolts here just to put on through those holes here. 2 bolts here, 2 bolts on the back, sorry, screws. And it comes with a little Allen key as well, so it looks pretty straightforward. All right, let's turn it on. We've got race mode, park mode, eco, sport, and back to race mode. We've got brake lever, and we've got the lights. And there's a headlight right up here as well. And we've got indicators. This display is beautiful. Really full color, love it. And a horn. That's actually kind of nice. It's not horribly loud. It's actually, I prefer a bell, but that's not bad at all. That was pretty simple. Almost stripped one nut, so I'm gonna go and find my drill and try and put that in nice and tight. Looks like it lights up like a Christmas tree. I like that. It's pretty robust. I'm actually quite surprised. I was looking at the price of this. This looks like a pretty reasonably priced electric scooter, and it's 1200 watts motor at the back. It's got, suspension front and rear, disc brakes front and rear, indicators, headlight, horn, full color display. Yeah, this looks pretty awesome. Next up, full review. Alrighty, well, here we are on the CUNFON RZ800. Pull your kickstands up or down. More. There you go. So as promised, here's the review. This is the CUNFON RZ800. I've got Michael up front here helping with filming today. Thank you. We've got it all charged up. There's a couple of things about this that are pretty amazing, actually. I'm going to share and show you a couple of things at the end of this video that, like, for the value of this is kind of astonishing. It's available on Amazon, which means you get, if you happen to be an Amazon Prime member, you can be able to get free shipping as well. And yeah, this is pretty amazing value. For an inexpensive scooter, it's got an awful lot going for it. Anywho, I'm gonna scoot ahead here and we're gonna continue. Full review coming up. So top speed in race mode looks like about 25 to 28 miles an hour. I think it was advertised at about 30, but I'm a big guy. I'm 265 pounds, I'm 6 feet tall. It's very cold. It's close to freezing temperature. I think I'm just gonna keep it on race mode for the rest of the trip.
Okay.
It's all good, it's all good. Well, Charlie was adorable. This is kind of adorable. This is kind of sweet. I like it. I'm gonna share with you today what I like and what I don't like about the CUNFON. But so far, I'm actually kind of surprised. Like at this price point, it's kind of astonishing to me that you're gonna get everything that's on here. Let me just run through the basics here. For example, dual suspension. So front and rear suspension. And it's pretty decent. It's got front and rear brakes, mechanical brakes. So you're not getting, hydraulic brakes, but mechanical brakes. And they're slowing this big guy down to 0 perfectly. The folding mechanism, I'm gonna show that a little bit later. That's actually pretty awesome. I love the folding mechanism on it. Top speed, as I was just explaining earlier, about 30 miles an hour for a lot of people. With somebody my size, we're looking at about 27, 28 miles an hour, it seems like. Might be a little faster on a warmer day with a little less of a wind going. The tires, they are pretty decent tires. I think they're 10.5 inch, and they are sort of like an all terrain type tire. The actual handles themselves are really comfortable. I have to say, probably, and I'm going to show this at the end, the lighting on this is extraordinary, especially for something, as again, a budget electric scooter. The lighting on this thing is crazy good. I think if you had to do any kind of riding at night, or just like having awesome lights, this could be pretty awesome for you. So anywho, I'm going to continue on. I think we're going to go right through downtown, maybe find a cup of coffee, keep ourselves nice and warm today. But I'm going to share with you what I like and what I don't like about the CUNFON.
I wouldn't want to do the maintenance stuff to move that longer.
Watch out for that driftwood. I did a bit of a hill test here. I don't do the hill of death with single motor scooters. I haven't found one yet that would do it. I suspect that you'd need like about 3,000 watts to do the hill of death with a single motor. But on this particular gentle gradient, it had absolutely no issues whatsoever. Having the indicators at the back of the scooter is really helpful in situations when you're turning left. Not as awesome during the daytime, of course, but in the evenings, it's fantastic. And I gotta say, the scooter had no problems keeping up with traffic. Here I am going around 40 kilometers an hour, which is 25 miles an hour, no problems whatsoever.
Next up, I'm going to show you the folding mechanism, because the folding mechanism, I've never seen anything quite like it. It's really simple and it works really well, but let me show you that next. But while I'm here, I did want to share with you, it's so smooth. Like the combination of the suspension, and I'm just basically riffing on what I like, the suspension plus the power. One of the things I don't like with electric scooters is when you give it the beans and it shoots off like crazy and it yanks on your arms and it pulls your arms out of your sockets. It's not like that at all. It's actually quite calm. Even when you're in the highest power setting, it's not super powerful. So for me, I'm finding it really comfortable. I like cruising it around about 20 miles an hour, which is what, 32 kilometers an hour, and this has no problems doing that. The suspension is lovely, and so yeah, if this is your sort of your thing, your bag, you like kind of cruising around, this might be a really good fit for you. Anywho, let me just go show you this folding mechanism. It's extraordinary. So I promised the folding mechanism was super interesting. It's got a similar folding mechanism. The actual lock at the stem here is pretty straightforward. The way it folds in, it just clicks into place at the back here. There's nothing for me to do. Now it's clicked into place. I can carry it with one arm. It weighs about, okay, I've forgotten how much it actually weighs. I'll put the weight right here, but you can see I can walk up the stairs and back down. You kind of have to grab your finger and thumb and squeeze it, and that just releases it. So once you know that, that's pretty simple. And then the locking mechanism up here, it's really robust. There's no wiggle at all. It's very strong. And you know, as a bigger guy, it's really important that the stem is really structurally sound, because what you don't want is any kind of issues. The other advantage, of course, is that when you're not folding it up and down, it's really simple. You can put a bag on here. Now, the last thing I will say, I'm not someone who does a lot of folding and unfolding and things. Even in our apartment / condo area, I will typically just grab it and walk up the stairs. And I wanted to show you this because at the back here, there's a really nice spot to actually put your hand. So hand front, hand back, and it makes life so simple for going up and down the stairs. So I was about to invite Michael to do a word of the day, but he just reminded me that there's a fingerprint lock and an app. So thank you, Michael. But Michael, what is the word of the day for the CUNFON?
The word of the day is amazing.
Brass tacks. What did I like? What didn't I like about the CUNFON PZ800? There are a number of things I really like about it. I think as a budget-minded scooter, it actually checks the boxes for a bunch of things. The ride quality is excellent. Does it have tons of power? No. Is it comfortable? Does it get me to about 20 miles an hour, no problems? Absolutely. Handlebars themselves, from the height perspective, I'm 6 feet tall. If you're taller than me, then I would say this might be a little bit more uncomfortable. At 6 feet, I found this perfectly fine. The brakes, perfectly fine. They're just regular mechanical brakes. They're nothing too special, but they do the job. The battery size, I wasn't quite sure how big the battery is. I'm gonna find out what it is. I'm gonna put it up here, but it looks like I've got lots and lots of battery left, and that's terrific. The handle grips themselves, they're not locked down, but they're really comfortable. The tires are kind of a funny looking tire. They're sort of like one of those combination off-road / fat tire, but again, they're really quite comfortable and they're eating up the bumps really well. The kickstand, actually it's pretty robust, pretty strong looking kickstand. The piece de resistance though is the lighting. If you have to do any kind of riding around at night, the lighting on this thing is terrific, and the folding mechanism works flawlessly. Once I got the hang of the folding mechanism, it was no issue whatsoever. Smooth is what I'm saying about this. I'm really quite happy with it, and again, as a budget-minded scooter, this is pretty amazing. 2 thumbs up, big guy approved.
Big guy approved.